Welcome back to Factorio, playing the SpaceX mod on extreme settings. As you can see, we're well through our 4 million science for the FTL Theory A. We're just destroying it. Now, I have done a little bit of work. I have created 4 of these little independent furnace setups. I have filled in a lot of this lake stone over here. I can't remember what it was when we started, but we don't have a radar over there. We're turning it into landfill, and it's been used to fill up this lake, which you can sort of see the initial outline of, but it was certainly down here somewhere when we started, and I've just filled in this extra bit to bring it down here, and we'll probably go ahead and finish the rest of it in case we want to move this any further. Also, I have created, I haven't named them properly yet, but some stations over here for, I am Groot, very good, for unloading our smelted product, and you can see we're almost at 60/60 in spite of all this extra stuff. When we are burning such a small volume of ore, you can see that my strategy doesn't entirely work, even though we should be able to find some trains being held back somewhere. There you go, there's one, an iron 5 not being allowed to move because we don't need enough iron ore at the moment to justify it. Because if you remember correctly, there has to be a free spot, and there has to be some demand for it, and at the moment it would seem that there is not. If we go down here, we could get a quick reading. We have 160,000 iron plates. I changed the steel up to 100 so that it gets a better ratio on the smelters here. By which I mean, basically smelters are allocated based on the percentage below the target percentage that you have. So if you need 100,000 and you've got 40,000, and you need 100,000 of something else and you've got 80,000, then more is allocated to the one that needs is down at 40,000 because there's a gap of 60. But if it was only 50 that you'd set your target to, you'd actually prioritize the one at 80 more, and that's how this smart smelter system works. However, we obviously aren't getting quite the throughput when we have everything sort of going, so hence we are trying this process. But I didn't do this process. I also have this oil set up. I can't remember if we went through this before. So it just controls, it provides a stacker for the oil. I've activated 4 of 6. I can add a couple more. I can add as many as I like really, but I've got 4 that are active at the moment, which is more than we need at the moment. And I am out here looking to set up some stacking or processing of or access to these lines, really, is what I guess I'm trying to say. And none of those look particularly useful. In fact, I'm going to throw that one away. And what's this one? I'm going to throw that one away as well. No point keeping them. Well, maybe there is some point, but not enough. I am going to set up a line that goes something like that. There will be some method to this madness in time. I think I will leave one space, and then the next one, let's just change this around so I can use shortcut keys. Whoops, that was too close. Oh. Something's not quite right there, but never mind. I just want one gap between, basically. Actually, do I? No, I don't think that is what I want. Let's get rid of this. I think I want the first ones all to connect up into here. So let's quickly make a blueprint actually of that, and then we can do that, and that gives us 4 pathways off one track, which will be good because we can then use these extra ones to connect in there. Whoops. Like so. So that's the first 4. Let's just use some bots to get rid of all of that. I love these fast bots, they're just fantastic. Auto trash, we do not need wood in our inventory. Okay, so I am thinking that I will have not one but 2 lines coming in, so that would mean that it's coming along here. Let's just use that blueprint I made before. There we go. And if we connect these 2 or 4 up, whoops. So what happens when you try to do things quickly? Well, it's what happens. Sorry, it's what happens when I try to do things quickly. Probably you can do it just fine, but yeah. One more, and just 2 more to go. So this is the raw ore feeding into our stackers, our smelting stackers. Not enough rail, that's okay, I have more rail on the engineering train, which just is hanging around over here. Or at least I think I have more rail, yes. We have rail again. More. There we go, and one final track. Biggest problem with this is the departure basically has to cross, so I'm trying to minimize the train's abilities to make each or make other trains sort of stop for them. So my theory is that if they if the ones coming in can get in without interference from each other, that should save on like the throughput of trains should be able to be increased. They will have to stop for trains coming out though, like so. I don't really want this to curve until it's completely out. No, it goes too far down. We will have to do something like that, I think. Is that 2 or is it more? 1, 2. Yep, that is 2. So basically the first 4 are going to end up the first 4 will come out through here, so this will be 4 lanes. Like our this thing. So the first 4 exits, just like the first 4 entry points came in there, the first 4 exit points will come into this one. There we go. Not very good at this. So that's the first 4, and the second 4 should be, well, it doesn't actually matter how far out they are from this one, but 2 out is probably ideal. I might just take a copy of this, because that should make things a little bit easier. There we go. Go and carry this on up for the last one. Whoops, not enough rail. That's not true. We've got plenty of rail sitting in our engineering train. It's getting rid of wood for me. Wonderful. Okay. use this guy again. Right, okay, so that is where the ore coming in will go. We will probably want a rail signal fairly early on, and probably, actually that one doesn't really add a whole lot of value. Don't need that, there we go. We do need a rail signal coming in and a chain signal coming out. There it is. And then a chain at every point where there's a crossing. Goes up. Fortunately, I think there is just enough room. Oops. That one's in the wrong spot. There we go. Why are you flashing? We probably need I need one here, probably not. Fixed. No, they're still flashing. Let's sort those out. Like so, like so, like so. Like so. Oh, we are out of chain signals. Well, that's also what the engineering train's for. So let's just pop on over here. The only problem is we probably don't have that many. How many normal signals do I have? 28. Might be enough. So let's see. More chain signals. Where did I put them in the end? Up there's 2, right. Go out there, you can go there, there, there. There and there. What is their problem? Don't know. Let's just put in some more signals. Has that sorted them out? Yes. Okay, makes sense. Kind of. And one there, one there. Rail signals. Oh, this guy is going to need signals as well. Right. Now some of these perhaps should be changed to full-on rail signals as opposed to chain signals, but we will deal with that in due course. I think it's just about a workable system. Yep. That looks to be so. Right, so the idea is, let's have a look at our map. We've got this huge ore here, so I pretty much want to exploit this aggressively, as in with about 4 train stops. This one here as well, with about 4. This one over here, probably 4 as well, and we will see about some of these others. So, with that said, I probably want to be able to get an engineering train to join here, which means that I am going to want to connect this up using this junction, and I probably want it to actually connect up kind of about here. And that's going to throw in too many it's going to mean we're going to have too many power poles. Too many signals. Because I normally clear the area first. But never mind. Let's try that again. No, let's not try that again. Let's fill it in manually. Now that we are where we are. That should be fine. One's excessive. And we are coming up here now. We need our 2-lane. Pretty much all of this just so that we can have an engineering train connect up. That, and maybe we'll want to be able to travel quickly to this part of the world. rather than have it a completely independent rail system, which it otherwise might have ended up being. Have I said how much I just love how fast these bots are? They made more difference to the UPS than I was expecting too. I really did not expect their impact to be quite so positive. Obviously we should have tried to employ them earlier. Here we go. What are we short of? Chain signals again. Okay. Let's fix up these wiring issues that we've got. That wasn't one of them. This looks like it's an issue. Yep, we will need something in between. There we go. Now, we need more chain signals again, isn't it? But at least, where's our train gone? There it is. Oops. Right. Let's jump on board. And head down here. Whoops. Hopefully we don't back into anything. You're signalled up. With a bit of luck. Down we go. Now, I guess we just go straight for a little bit at least. Yeah, that's the one that we want, but I think I'll put it there. And then probably eliminate this one, which seems redundant. Boom. We're now out of normal signals, it would seem. Not for long. Right. Onwards. And out of rail. With a bit of luck we still have some. Not quite as fast as foul, but not too bad. Done completely vanilla. Now how far do I want to go? I don't know how big that is. I am going to want to get a path that can head towards that. These dots are probably just where biters were when I was blowing them up with nukes. These ones probably still exist. Let's for now, let's just put down another 4. So we are going to need to go further. In fact, I will keep that going. Oh, there's some biters. Alright. We will have to do a quick spot of biter killing. Let's just make sure it's not nukes we're using when we run into individual strays, because that's how I keep killing myself. They're running away because they've been activated. Ooh. Okay, so there are some left. And now they're pissed. Bye bye. Oh, there's a couple of worms in there. And another one up there. Not a worm, but a nest. That just saves me dealing with them. You could think it's wasteful, but I have no shortage of nukes, so it doesn't really worry me too much. Wow, look at them all. Oops. You don't want to get stuck in the trees when you're trying to escape the blast radius of a nuke. Up here, give him another shot. Get round behind the tree here, maybe I can just shoot one up there and destroy most of those guys that were following me. I think we're good. But that will probably have to pretty much do us for this time. I'm going to press on, set up some bases. And yeah, with a bit of luck in the next episode or so, well probably A, we're going to finish faster than light theory A, because that's not far off. B, we should have some more. I probably need to try and make that into an oil thingy. But yeah, I should be able to come down here with 4 bases, another little path down here to another 4 bases, another 4 bases, and get some serious quantity of iron ore being turned into iron plates, and have it come back to, well, in here. So yeah, that's the plan. Hopefully this episode wasn't too boring. It does get repetitive, that's why I do a lot of, like when you're doing this over and over again, it sort of repeats itself a bit. That's why I do a lot of it off camera, just give you the updates. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you next time.